Skeeter classic here. Really good in the lane into this Tidehunter. I mean, Falcons, they have a really nice pace with their draft, but I don't know what kind of game plan. It's an interesting time to do so, because they are currently 2-5 on the leaderboard, on the standings, and yeah, they kind of need a win the next few games. MOUZ, they've managed to make it to the LAN stage of the previous LANs, but Malreen's gonna walk up straight to the high ground. Well, that's a nice little gift to start things off with. And would you look at that? Falcons, they are looking pretty healthy, all things considered, in these early stages. Not able to contest the Lotus though. Meanwhile, mid lane, pressure onto mid one. Malreen, he's trying for a dive.
He's
seriously.
diving.
You need a de-aggro. Try for the root with the Axis. It's not going to be enough.
What?
Malreen, not really sure what that was about. I don't even think Yamich needed to TP in. Yeah. Authorize keeping Celery up and running. Big burst of healing. 2 levels in that Berserker's blood already.
I actually didn't expect the Hoodwing to do so well against the Huskar. Hoodwing is actually... Alright, Yamich gets a kill, but Snake, both supports rejoice. Oh yes, the cores are dying in the lane. I get to farm.
The kills from Malreen.
I mean, Amar is doing well. Amar and Crit. I think Crit is actually doing a phenomenal job zoning the Huskar out. I think that is the main reason.
Mid lane, Malreen going for it again. Despite the 2 kills, Malreen will get it done. A bounce back for him in the mid lane, and the tips come through.
Wait, how is he level 6 first? I'm sure the cameras could show that they're telling the truth.
Ma will get caught. Nice rotation on the haste rune from mid one.
Yeah, perfect.
I feel like they must have seen him pick up that rune, so I'm a bit confused.
There's nothing they can do about it, you know. Because at this point of the game, you can't just sit behind. So if the mid laner gets a haste rune, or whatever power rune it is, you can't just sit back and not do anything, you know. When there's a huge wave in the middle of the top, in the middle of the lane, yeah, unless your mid laner can TP down and okay, he just came over, he TP down and killed the DK, but
nice arrow set up there. Boom and Yamich continuing to bully this Ursa, who's not having the time of day.
Yeah, I mean Ursa A is not a very strong lane, but I expect the game to start to pick up the pace. Okay, they're gonna TP bot with a storm.
Right before the Beastmaster finds him, Amar is in trouble. He is level 6, has to throw the arena out, will set up for the AA Ice Blast. Mid one gets tagged by it, not by the damage. Still should tick out, try to dodge it, but won't be able to do so. Amar doing a good job, eyes on the prize there, knew that he would survive, and gets himself a return kill. Just narrowly missing him.
Enough damage on their own to kill the game? Maybe they do.
That's a great question. The Ice Blast is back off cooldown.
Damage.
They are going to amp that magic damage up and blow up the Dragon Knight.
That was so easy. That was not even difficult.
Simple. And then your break comes after. I'm not too sure. We'll have to see how it plays out. For now, it's been a bit back and forth in this early game. Now Boom will get caught. Sharpshooters available. There's the break that we were talking about. Forcing the Ravage. Boom. He's still going to get caught. I'm not sure what that was about.
What was he trying to do there? Alone, he was alone.
Trying to make space for mid one to take down Skeeter, and he will be successful again. The Ursa getting caught. The one return kill, not worth it at all. Mid one gets out with his life, but they lose a support for it. Interesting, to say the least. I thought that Celery was just gonna go into the armlet, but I guess you don't feel comfortable doing that into A.
No, you don't buy armlet against A.
Top lane, Amar again trying to survive, will drop the arena, get the spear out. The last bit of damage blocked by the wall. He's alive. And now Boom will drop again. Skeeter coming through to get some revenge for that tough laning stage. Yamich hiding under the cover of the Moonlight Shadow will still get clicked down, spotted out by the sentries. And again, MOUZ try and make a move that they simply do not have the firepower for.
I think MOUZ might run into a lot of complications here.
I mean, Crystallis is literally 500 HP right now.
This is so risky.
One spell, and they're in trouble. Arcane Rune, set up on the Storm. Amar's ready. Gets arrowed himself, though. Couldn't put the arena up. Big bushwhack, the Ravage to keep them at bay. Amar, he's going to get pulled in, but he's still surviving. Gets the arena out. There's the Raw with the AD Rune. And Malreen revealing the BKB. They might have got themselves the Aegis, but they'll lose 3 for it. And Crystallis trying to fight on the high ground, trying to salvage this fight for his team. There's not much that he can do. He could have just walked away, but he chooses to try and take down the pesky squirrel, and he'll pay for it with his life.
that's not the reason of my why. Why did they do the Roshan after they saw the Ice Blast keep clipping them? Why?
I can kind of understand why they did it. Maybe they felt like they needed to secure that objective. But instead, they find themselves 4 dead, 5k behind, and Falcons, everything going according to plan. Celery's going to be caught here. Easy spear. Ice Blast not available, but don't think it's needed. Oh no, this is cruel. That's a bit of bullying right there. Crystallis will jump on forward. They're trying to take this fight. Amar just stands his ground, throws the arena out. And yeah, I mean, what's your setup? The arrow's not going to connect. Don't have a Ravage available just yet. Finally comes off cooldown, but the Raw immediately barely scratches Amar, and boom, will just get chopped down. Very, very strange decision making here from MOUZ.
This game is over soon. MOUZ, they're just falling apart. They have no idea what they need to do. And their draft, like I said, right, if they don't snowball in the early game a lot, their heroes don't really interact with each other very well. Unfortunately, Mike, I got bad news for you. That point is not going to come in this game.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's harsh. Sorry.
Takes too long.
Yeah, he's got a glimmer and a solar crest right now.
You tell me I need to get some copian on sometimes, but this is too much.
My bad. Mao set up another kill. Easy pick off onto Yamich. He had himself a decent early game on that Mirana. I think he did as much as he could, but it goes back to what you were saying, Winter. It feels like the Mirana has to do all the supporting, and when you're up against a bloodthirsty Falcons lineup like this, there's only so much you can do. Boom's gonna get caught in the mid lane, slowly crawled down, but meanwhile, Malrine again getting caught off solo. So Falcons...
Malrine is back. He's back to the morning jitter mode.
Maybe just not expecting to die there. Thought his team was nearby. They'll buy back on the Mirana. There's the Ice Blast. Crystallis in trouble. Will get swiped down. Mid one not able to secure any of the backline kills. They still have themselves a Ravage, waiting for the BKB to wear on Skidder. There's the Yule setup. Look for the arrow. Find it onto the Ursa, but he's jumped away. Nice double spear to keep MOUZ at bay. Ursa still being focused down, and the tentacles will find him. Falcons losing some key heroes, and mid one he's activated. Looking for crit under the cover of Glimmer Cape. Will be able to scurry his way out of there very close, but Falcons kind of giving over a few kills that didn't really need to happen. Now they'll back up for a little bit, wait for the respawns and maybe try again, but yeah, didn't press the BKB at all on the Beastmaster.
Maureen is definitely yeah, he's definitely not on top of his game today, you know. Like taking a lot of risks, playing very, very loosely in a couple of occasions. Amar is the one trying to carry the game so hard.
Yeah, Amar's going crazy on this Mars right now. It is signature pick. Ice Blasted is mid one, still jumping forward for the kill, but again, no detection. The Glimmer Cape saves them, and Celery's dust comes too late. They'll now look towards the Mars, but this is a very tanky target, and now Malrine will press his BKB and his Raw. Look towards this poor DK, nowhere to run, no help on the horizon, and will get killed off. Another setup. Amar looking for a spear, but with the Yules, mid one should be able to zip away. Crit catching him on the backline though, and this Storm is dusted.
Double ATOS on the supports, proving to be fatal for the Storm.
They look at the Aegis, they be like, we don't want that. Someone give me his upper thigh. I want to chop that up, make a fillet.
Yeah, main course, not a dessert.
It's in time for Chinese New Year, a feast for the family.
Dessert usually means it has to be very sweet, you know.
Well, I was kind of referring to it being after the Tidehunter kill. Amar coming through to try and bail out the Beastmaster, who gets caught out, still able to BKB double Raw. Yeah, sure, why not? You know what? Why not? Why not? Boom's gonna get caught as well. The support Huskar is coming through with his Glimmer Cape that does absolutely nothing. Very cool. Second, he comes back up, pops that BKB, rolls both DK and Storm. It's just perfect.
Just saying, they should be happy after one kill, you know, on the Aegis.
Oh, yeah. Don't know why they were sticking around. Now they'll look towards Amar, but this is way too tanky of a target. And Crystallis, unfortunately, cannot be regarded in the same manner. Mid one having to zip out to safety. The arena locking down 3. They want to get mid one before cleaning up the rest of the kills, and the Axis will find him trying to TP out. Got a stun. Somehow find himself a nice little corner. They go for the supports instead. A triple kill for Skeeter.
There's always a hidden agenda when I'm nice. I'm gonna ask you for a favor next week or something because I'm nice to you today.
Yeah, next thing you know, I owe you a bunch of chicken rice. Mid one is gonna get caught though. Falcons continuing to rampage
You better
on.
make sure you get me the right ones, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, he's trying for a setup but gets found by Crystallis instead. MOUZ, they're trying to find an opportunity, but they just don't have the detection again. The glimmers from the supports getting them out of every single situation, and you've wasted a bit too much time. The Falcons cores have come on over, and they've got spears, they've got damage, and they've got access to cut you down. Snake King is wicked sick, as Falcons will continue their rampage. GG is called. And it's true, he did not press Ravage. We have not seen the Ravage just yet. Even at the end of this game, he'll get tossed up to the sky and shamefully put down into the ground. Very, very sad stuff here for the MOUZ fans. But Falcons starting their crawl back up in the standings on day 3.